Welcome to the Mountain View International Raceway's brand new short track. I'm Ricardo Leviosa.
And I'm Brandon Gates.
And this is the Lockdown Racing Championship, featuring the League of Gentle Racers and sponsored by Mr. Modifier. We have some exciting racing to look forward to.
Sure do.
So let's get to it. The Lockdown Racing Championship, Race 1, Round 1, Heat 1.
All right.
Here's how the race works. We have 12 racers.
Where did they come from?
Didn't you watch the trailer?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Moving on. 12 racers will race in 4 heats. This is the first. Their names were drawn earlier today to determine the groupings. In each heat, the first racer to win 2 races progresses to the semi-finals.
What?
That's semi-finals to you, Bran.
Oh, okay.
First 2 wins goes through, then the remaining 2 cars go head-to-head in sudden death. Winner progresses, loser heads to the car park.
You mean the parking lot?
Yes, I don't. After 4 heats, we move on to the semi-finals. Just don't. Where we will race laps. We'll explain that when we get to it.
But for now, let's go racing.
Race 1, Round 1, Heat 1. And the drivers are Sideways Keith in the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, weighing in at 36.3 grams and sponsored by Nightburners.
Next is Mr. E driving the Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX, weighing in at 41.2 grams, the heaviest of our field of 12, and also sponsored by Nightburners.
And finally, the Jolker, driving the yellow Aston Martin V8 Vantage, weighing in at 33.9 grams, and sponsored by HW Exotics. And we're off. Bright start from the Aston Martin into the bend. Owen loses it a little bit in a spin, and the Chevelle in pole straightens up, keeps it steady, and takes the win.
Aston ahead out of the curve, but hits the sidewall, takes a little bit of a spin. The Chevelle keeps it steady, good to avoid the crash. Takes the straight line to Route 1. The win.
Let's look at the scores on the doors, and the first win goes to Sideways Keith. The drivers are on the grid. Let's go back up to the top. Mystery on pole, nice even start, neatly into the curve, far more tidy. A little bit of a spin, and another spin, but he's kept lead.
Let's have a look at the iCam footage. All 3 cars having trouble coming out of the turn. It's all a bit scrappy, really. Hey, but a win is a win.
Let's have a look at the turn cam. We can see from the still Mr. E and Sideways Keith entering the turn quite neatly, side by side. Didn't end up that way. And the Aston already starting to spin, entering the curve sideways. Never going to end well.
And Mr. E opens up his account. The Aston is yet to score.
The drivers are on the grid. Let's go back up to the top. Smooth start, Mr. E leading into the bend, not so smooth there. Aston in front. Sideways Keith take the lead. And what happened there? Sort that lot out.
Nice synchro spins. Sideways Keith straightens up early, but he seems to get stuck on the finish line.
The iCam doesn't have the right angle for this, but it looks like Sideways Keith got stuck on the finish line and the Aston went past him, because it's the order you finish in the funnel that determines the result. Time for the track builders to take a look at that finish line. So scores on the doors. The Aston levels it up. They got 1 apiece.
The winner of the next one definitely goes through.
Smooth start. And tidy into the bend and tidy out. And the Aston is spinning now. And Sideways Keith goes through to take the win, a reversal of the previous result.
Oversteer from the Aston. Sideways Keith going through and qualifies for the semi-finals.
So now it's time for
the Eliminator.
So it's go big or go home. Mr. E on pole. Smooth into the turns, and the Aston spinning again, opening the door for Mr. E to go through and take the win. The Aston is going home. The end of Heat 1, and the Joker driving the Aston is eliminated. The Chevelle driven by Sideways Keith goes through with 2 wins, and the Nissan driven by Mr. E wins the Eliminator. Join us for Heat 2, where Max Power driving the Mad Manga, the Banker driving the MX-5, and Clive the Cat in the Escort Rally do battle to get to the semi-finals.